Hey everyone, it's Joel from the EV Geek podcast, and today I'm going to attempt to charge our Kia EV6 at this Tesla Supercharger station. So you're probably wondering, I thought Kias don't have access yet, which you are correct. Kia does not get access to the Supercharger network until the spring. However, we're going to trick the Superchargers into thinking this is a Hyundai Ioniq 5 because those cars got access today. How are we going to do that? So we went into the Tesla app, as you will see, and we added the Hyundai Ioniq 5. So why are we doing this? Because the Hyundai Ioniq 5 and the Kia EV6 are built on the same eGMP platform. So the software is the same. So in theory, it should charge this car. One thing to note when charging at Tesla Supercharger station, if you start doing this, make sure you add, if you want to do it now, add the Hyundai Ioniq 5 to the app and you'll be able to charge. Also, you only want to charge at the Supercharger stations that show you available in the Tesla app. As you can see here, this is the closest one available to me in Conway, Arkansas. That's where I went to. We do have one in Little Rock, Arkansas. However, it's a V2 and non-Tesla cars cannot charge at the V2 stations. They're older stations. They're not compatible. So you need those V2. You need those V3 or V4 stations. Another thing that we're probably not going to see today, I know we're not going to see today, is Teslas are known because of their 800 volt architecture to charge at very high peak rates, usually, peaking at 200, 230, 240 kilowatts at supercharger stations. Because of the way the V3 Tesla superchargers are built, they're not compatible with the 800 volt systems yet. The V4s that come online here soon will be compatible, and we will see those high peak charge rate. So what do we expect to see today? Right now I'm pulling in with about 40%, 41, 42%. It is a cold day. I did precondition the car. I set the car to navigate to a local non-Tesla supercharger to kind of precondition the battery. What we're probably going to see is peak rates of only 90 to 100 kilowatts. It's not great, but if you need to use the Tesla supercharger, you have that option. So what adapter we're going to use? So today we're going to be using the Electron Vortex plug. You can either, this was sent to me by Electron, so we're going to try that out today. If you need to order one or place one, there is a link in the show notes and in the description for you to place an order for one of these. Thank you, Electron, for sending this to us. As you can see, this is what the adapter looks like. As you can see, you'll plug your Tesla charger into this end, and then the other end is that you'll plug into the car. So let's hop out, let's plug in and see what we're working with. All right, we have our Electron adapter hooked to the Tesla charger. We're gonna plug in. Don't forget to pull down your little flap here, which I forgot to do. Go ahead and plug in. We're gonna hop in and see what kind of charge rates we're getting. All right, we just hopped back in the car. As you can see, we're pulling about 75 kilowatts. We're at 43%, and it's saying from here to 80% is 23 minutes. Not bad. We're gonna check here in around 50% to see what we're pulling. All right, we are at 50% now, as you see, pulling 60 kilowatts. I hope that kicks up here in a little bit to around 90 kilowatts. Not only do you see charging stats here in your car, but as you can see here, if you pull up the Tesla app in your phone, will also show you your charge rates as well. So if you're walking away from your car, you can always pull up the Tesla app and see your state of charge, how long you've been charging, and how much it's costing you. So people probably wondering how much does it cost to charge here. So the rate at this supercharger station is about 40, I think it's 41 or 42 cents a kilowatt hour. So that's actually, I think, a little less than the local Electrify America station here, but it's a little bit more than I believe Teslas are charged at the supercharger station. So 41 cents a kilowatt hour at the supercharger station. Not bad. We're going to check back in here at 60% to see our kilowatts and our time remaining. Still looking at about 17 minutes left. All right, at 54% or about 53%, we jumped up to about 97 kilowatts. That's what we want to see. Like I said, in this car, because it's high voltage and because the V3s don't support high voltage systems, you're only going to see about 90 to 100 kilowatts. So it's good that we're seeing 97 kilowatts. So still looks like 15 minutes to 80%. Like I said, we started with about 42%. So total time to charge here should be about 20%. We're gonna check those kilowatts at about 60% here shortly. 60% state of charge, as you can see, still pulling 97 kilowatts. Looks like 11 minutes remaining until 80%. We'll check back in at about 70%. Back with y'all at 70% state of charge. Look at that, still holding 97 kilowatts. So not a lot of kilowatts, but 97 kilowatts at 70% is not that bad. And it's been holding steady at 97 kilowatts since about 53% state of charge. So 6 minutes left. We're gonna do one more check-in at 80% before we wrap up this video. All right, we are closed in on 80%, which is what I have the car set to, so it stopped charging here in about a minute. As you can see, 97 kilowatts still at 80%, so that is impressive. So once again, from about 52, 53% to 80%, we were holding steady at 97 kilowatts. We're gonna go ahead and unplug here and do one little final video to kind of go over our final stats with you. See you in a second. All right, we are back. So final numbers here. So we charged from 42% to 80% in 24 minutes and 21 seconds. We added about 34.3 kilowatts per hour. Total charging fee was $14.44. So is it the fastest speed in the world? No, because of the V3s in the 800 volt architecture with the Kia cars, we're not going to see those fast charge rates. However, when Tesla does roll out their V4s, we should see those peak rates. So just a reminder, if you want to do this now before spring, when you go into your Tesla app, you'll have to add the Ioniq 5 as the car instead of the EV6. Huge shout out to Electron. Electron, this was an awesome adapter, worked flawlessly, didn't have to do anything with it. If you want one of these adapters, if you're interested in them, we'll put a description in the video, as well as the video description, as well as the comments, for you to pick up one of these Vortex Plus Electron adapters. Thank you all for joining us today, and we'll see you on another episode of the EV Geek podcast. So long, everyone.